After months of negotiations on how to provide property tax relief, state lawmakers hoping to convince those behind two statewide ballot initiatives to drop the issue and let them find a way forward.
But they are running out of time. Fox 31 political reporter Gabrielle Franklin joins us with details about a compromise.
Yes, supporters of the ballot initiatives and lawmakers are negotiating a compromise, but supporters of those ballot initiatives say that lawmakers need to come back to work in order for them to reach a deal.
We're moving forward with our measures at this point, but I think there's no doubt if legislators came together and said we want to do this right now, they have the time to do it. But again, that window is narrowing.
Fox 31 political analyst Michael Fields is also the executive director of Advance Colorado. The conservative think tank is backing two measures on the upcoming November ballot. Proposition 50 is already on the ballot. It would cap property tax revenue growth at 4% each year. Proposition 108 would reduce the statewide property tax rate. It's in the final stages of the process to make the ballot. Lawmakers have expressed concerns that the measures could have unintended consequences if passed.
The state is not in the business of funding local government. And to the extent that these initiatives are effective and they pass, that puts the state on the hook for huge expenses that are not currently contemplated by our budget. And to underscore this, it will mean big cuts to services people expect the state to provide.
Field says he would remove both measures if lawmakers or the governor convene a special session. The governor's office wouldn't say if he would outright call for a special session, but his office did tell us in a statement the governor recognizes the importance of providing ongoing property tax relief to Coloradans and finding better solutions that wouldn't slash school funding or jeopardize municipal bonds and hurt borrowers' ability to fund important projects, including housing and schools, like the measures otherwise headed to the ballot would do.
And House Speaker Julie McCluskey declined an interview with us on the matter, but the deadline to remove an initiative from the statewide ballot is coming up that first week of September, giving state lawmakers just a matter of weeks to decide a path to move forward. Reporting outside the state capitol, Gabrielle Franklin, Fox 31.
All right, our thanks to Gabrielle.